welcome back to the What Am I Even Doing podcast. I'm your host, Kenzie Ray, as normal, and we're in my car. So, codcast, not to be mistaken with Comcast. Is that even real anymore? Do you know what Comcast is? Anyways, we're in my car. For those of you who have been on this journey, you know that I was in an accident in February, blah, 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 the whole story. Boring, boring, boring. So much stress, but now we're in a car. And I have these cute little microphones now. I talked about them last time, but I put the little fuzzy guy on there, so I'm excited about them. I'm thinking that this is going to be kind of our permanent setup until I get my new apartment in a couple of months. Not a couple of months, a month and a half. This is fucking wild, dude. I'm moving in a month and a half out of my hometown. Finally, it's been a while, like a whole 29 years, long time coming. There's a rainbow here and I can't figure out where it's coming from. I don't know, but it's pretty and it's adding to the vibes. Oh, that's over there too. Cool. Anyways, I love my car and I'm excited about it. We're drinking water again. It's the morning. It's the morning of the day that the podcast should have gone up. So, first of all, let me apologize for any avid listeners out there, which I don't know that I have any that are like on the dot 9 a.m. Thursday every week listening to the pod, which if I do, sick, bro. Hi. Also, this is Friday now that you're seeing this, so I apologize. Um, Usually I'm ahead, right? I was not ahead. I was not ahead, guys. I actually sucked. I sucked and didn't do anything. Actually I've just been doing like a lot of car stuff this week. So life got in the way. And yeah. So, I was talking about water. I always talk about water for too long. Um yeah, so I'm drinking water again as one does. It's morning time and usually I record in the I want to say probably closer to evening time. Like I should probably have a glass of wine with you guys next week. Ooh, let's do it. We're having a wine date next week. So bring your wine, unless you listen Thursday morning at 9 a.m., which in that case, bring your wine if you want to. Your life, not mine. But I would not recommend doing that. No. I had coffee about 20 minutes ago. So if you want to do coffee, you could do that instead. But I might do wine. We'll see. I don't know. I'm not much of a drinker. I figured, you know what? We're going to kind of get like right into the topic today. We're answering some questions. Most are Google generated questions, right? But I've got count them, three questions for my Instagram. I know that there's more than three of you that listen to this podcast that are following me on Instagram. So whoever didn't put a question in there, we have beef now. So answer or ask the questions on my Instagram story. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, all the links should be in the show notes below. If you're on YouTube, it's in the description. Follow me. I've been pretty active on Threads lately. I know. Okay, Threads is kind of one of these things where you either like it or you don't. I was never a Twitter person or X person or whatever the hell you want to call it now. Now that it's X, I'm really not on it. I have a Twitter. I think I posted on there a lot for a little while. See, this is going to be the problem with recording in my car. So, for the foreseeable future, I'm sorry if you guys hear activity around me. I'm in the parking lot of my apartment right now. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, Threads. Yeah, so I haven't really been much of a like shit post type of person. But now Threads is turning me into that, and I've just been pretty active on there. So follow me on Threads. But maybe first follow me on Instagram. I don't know why. I feel like that just needs to come first. This week, let's see. things I've done this week are get a car. That's really, that's pretty much it. Let's see. Oh, I went to a memorial for a friend. That's really sad. We don't have to talk about that right now. If you guys want a pod where we go into like serious stuff, I'm down to do that for you. Right now, I'm just, like relatively entertaining, but like full disclosure, I deal with some pretty heavy generalized anxiety, health anxiety. Um, I don't like to say that I deal with depression because I don't feel like I do. I deal with OCD. Um, and also I'm grieving right now. So if you guys want to get into any of that stuff, like a mental health checkup or anything like that, then let me know. Um, I know that there's some of my friends who are last year of 20s and maybe we're not sure what comes next when we turn 30. But also there's some of you guys that listen that are like have kids and stuff already. So I don't know. I don't really know what your life looks like, but if you relate to any sort of mental health things, then let me know. Let's talk about it. If we need to talk about it, we're going to talk about it. Today, that's not really the topic, though. Like I said, we're doing kind of a little bit of a get to know me because truly, you guys don't know me. If you knew me in high school, you don't know me now, for sure. In high school, I feel like I didn't talk very much. If you knew me, then I talked, right? But it wasn't like a all the time thing. I don't feel like I had many times where my headphones were off. Um, I was the bitch that walked around with my headphones on and was like pretending I was listening to music because I didn't want to talk to any of you, didn't want to do it. Um, High school was a weird one. High school was a weird one. So let's just get into it because I really don't have much else to share other than the new car and the new setup, right? Um, Pretty low budget setup, but I think that this is going to be great for us. Um, okay, so just to start things off, we'll wait for this truck to pass me so it's not like loud as shit in your ears. Sorry if you can hear it. I'm hoping these microphones and this little fuzzy doodad are keeping that from happening as much. um, all right, so like name, age, sexuality, pronouns, things like that. I'm Kenzie, for those of you who don't know. If you don't know, then you just didn't listen to the beginning of the podcast for like the last 6 episodes. It's fine. um, I'm 29 years old. I turned 29 in January. So I'm in like the first 6 months ish. Oh, well, I'm coming up on almost 6 months in June of being 29, 29 and a half almost. That's kooky, dude. I watched this other podcast. I think I maybe talked about them in the episode with my brother, but the Staying Up pod with Kimmy and Taryn. Cucamonga is something they say, and that's how that feels to be 29 and a half. Yeah, I'm a lesbian okay, let's get into this just slightly because I've identified as a lesbian since I was 17 years old. Now I'm feeling like I should just say the word queer because do I see myself having a relationship with a man? No. Am I putting it on the complete back burner? No, but it would have to be somebody who is like special, I guess. I don't really know how to say it because I don't really know for sure what that person looks like, but I'm not going to say no. Physical attraction to men is there, right? Emotional? Ugh, I don't think so. We'll see. We'll see what happens in the future. I'm not really sure about that. So I'm queer. I'm part of the LGBTQ plus community. Um, my pronouns are she, her. I used to go by she, they, but that has changed because we're ever evolving, okay? Sexuality, um, and personal identification, all of that, to me, is a very fluid thing. And I'm sorry if you don't agree, but that's what I think. And Yeah. So, moving on from that, I've got, like I said, a couple of questions from Google. We'll start with those because why not just get those? I tried to pull interesting ones, not like, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite this and food and book and movie and shit? So, we're not answering those ones. If you want to know a list of my favorites, let me know and maybe I'll do like a whole Instagram story about it or something. I don't know. Or like a reel of some sort. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not into favorites. I don't really like favorites. There's a video on my YouTube channel from like 5 years ago. It's like get to know me while you get ready with me, and those have that has kind of a list of favorites. If you're interested in knowing that, I'm sure they haven't changed much. Yeah, I'm sure that like 24-year-old me still has like the same favorite movie or something. So I don't know. If you want to look at that, then you can. First question, what was the first thing you thought about when you woke up this morning? This morning, the first thing I thought about was the fact that my dog has to go to the vet today, and I was supposed to wake up at 6 to go to the gym, but I did not. And then I thought about the fact that I need to do this. So I was trying to like work out my whole day in a matter of opening my eyeballs. I also thought it was like 10:30 when I woke up. It was 8:30. It's fine. We're good. Teenage me would be so mad that I just wake up 8:30 without anything. This is getting older, guys. What goal are you working toward right now? Right now, I'm working toward moving. My end goal is to be established and comfortable in my new apartment and in my new job by the end of June. So, I'm working on that right now. Um, I think that I've got a lot of personal goals that I'm working toward right now. Like outside of moving and stuff. I am going through a breakup, as everybody knows that already, and I don't need to talk about it really. But I'm still working on that, and I am in the process of that, like trying to get back on like my physical health and my mental health and like all of the health things and really just take care and nurture myself. And so I guess that's what I'm focused on right now. And I'm working toward like a good, healthy me, no matter where I am in the world. Good, healthy me, right? What skill am I proud of? What's a skill that I'm proud of? A skill that I'm proud of is my ability to be so freaking self aware, dude. Like, I know when I'm fucking up, and now in my older years, when I get to that point, and I know before it gets bad every single time, always have since I was like 14 years old. I know before it gets too bad. And because of that, I have the ability to turn my shit around. Now I'm older and I do it like way sooner. Before I was like, I know I'm fucking up. I don't care. And I would just like run away with it and then it would get really bad and then it takes a lot more effort to turn it around. But I don't do that anymore, so that's cool. So yeah, my a skill I'm proud of is being super self-aware. Another skill I'm proud of is my ability to belt that one part in that Christina Aguilera song from Burlesque. If you know, you know. There has to be more skills that I'm proud of than that. My communication skills are pretty good. I say that, but I think that I'm just confrontational and not in a bad way. That sounds like I'm trying to fight everybody. I'm not trying to fight people. I just simply don't like to not talk to people. I like to talk to people and not about people. Now, I'd be lying if I said I didn't talk about people. We all would, right? But it's more effective to talk to them, right? So anyway, my communication skills, I would say I'm proud of those too. What's like another physical skill that I have? I don't really know a lot about physical skills, to be honest. I don't do a whole lot. Oh, you know what I am proud of? I'm proud of my skill to be able to build a very pretty, aesthetically pleasing house in The Sims 4. That's my game, guys. It's my comfort game. If you find me playing The Sims 4 am watching old animated Disney movies in the dark in my living room, you probably need to ask me if I'm good. Or just come sit with me or something. Come let me give you a tour of my build. That's what we should do. Anyway, yeah, that's what I'm proud of. So, next question. If you could only wear one color for the rest of your life, which would you choose? Unfortunately, I'm kind of boring because I think I'd go in like a neutrals palette. Black, gray, but I don't really like to do gray on I do like to do gray on gray sweatsuits though. That shit is fire. It looks so pretty. That shit is fire. Who am I? Who do I fucking think that I am? Somebody who says that? No. I mean, I am, but I shouldn't be for the whole world to see. Ridiculous. Anyway, I like gray on gray tracksuits. Tracksuits? No. Sweat sets. Sweat sets. Let's do that. Um, what was it? Oh, and then I like white, but I'm messy. Nothing's staying white. So we're not choosing white. We're choosing black. We're maybe choosing gray. Maybe a dark gray though, not a light gray. I like a dark gray. We're getting moody, kind of. Now, on the days that I'm not feeling that way, though, I'd be really bummed that I chose black or dark gray. And maybe I'd choose like a foresty green, dark sage, if you will. Um, yeah, but then I look weird because I've got red hair and then I look like a Christmas ornament. Damn, guys, I think I'm really just choosing black. That's super hella boring. I'm sorry, but black. Black it is. Black it is. If peanut butter wasn't called peanut butter, what would it be called? I don't know why I put this question on here because I don't actually know. Uh, Gooey nut sauce? Oh my god. I need to take a drink of water. That was too good. Gooey nut sauce. Oh, okay. On a real note, though, which peanut butter do you guys get? What's your favorite? My peanut butter usually has a list of ingredients that's just one ingredient long, and that's peanuts. But I fucking hate stirring that shit up. But then I had peanut butter, like Jif peanut butter at my mom's house the other day. Oh my god, it's so sweet. Like too sweet. It's like when you go from having black coffee to like a Starbucks latte or something and you're like, "Oh." Um, isn't it fun? I think I do. I think I make a sour face for when things are too sweet. That's odd. I wonder what that's about. I don't know what that's about. Um, gooey, what did I say? Gooey nut sauce? Because it doesn't feel like doesn't feel like a butter, especially the kind that I get. It's like really watery, so it feels saucy. Good. Okay, moving on from that. What's invisible but you wish people could see? Um, Probably it would be kind of funny if there was a way to see when people farted. Um, but also maybe that's like really embarrassing for the people who are trying to be so secret about it, Like maybe once you get to a certain age, or maybe it just starts off like that. You always see it and then it'd be normalized. It'd be more of a normalized thing and you would have like fart zones. So you would so you would go to these fart zones and you would do your deed, right? Like people go into the bathroom or whatever. Maybe the bathroom is the fart zone. I don't know. Let's keep it all where it belongs, right? Um, and then you leave that different colored cloud or whatever in there. Because like we don't see the air around us, right? So if we don't see oxygen, everything's all invisible. Yeah, I mean, what color would it be? You want to say green. Everyone wants to say green because that's what it looks like in like TV shows and shit. Even on the on the Sims, we're back to the Sims, you guys. They are like wafting green clouds everywhere. Maybe it's not just farting. Maybe it's like when somebody or something. I think you should be able to see when something smells bad so you can avoid it. Yeah, I'm changing my answer. We need to see when something smells bad so it can be avoided. I think that's the only thing that makes sense, truly. Yeah. All right. Like I said, I have 3 Instagram questions, and I'm not even going to say who they're from. If you're listening, you know who they're from. If it's you, you know that it's from you. That's what I meant to say. I just had a hair stuck in my sunglasses. It's getting so hot in here. Like, this was a good idea in theory, right? But the summertime, whoo, we're going to have the AC on, or something is going to have to happen because I'm going to actually overheat in here and die. And that's not how we get a podcast up. So we won't be doing that. Yeah, Instagram questions. Let me wet my whistle first. Gotta wet my whistle, you know? All right. Who's your favorite person? I think that my favorite person is my dog because I say that he's a person, not a human. But if we're looking outside of my pet, my mom. I have a lot of favorite people, truly, but if I had to pick one right in this second, it's gonna be my mommy. Um, Truly the most inspirational person in the entire world is my mom. She's been through an incredible amount of shit in her life, and I don't even know the half of it. I'm positive about that. So, kudos to you, mom, for living this life and also living this life to the fullest, regardless of the cards you were dealt. And also, I'm sorry that I was a shithead when I was younger. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I wish that I wasn't because it would have been nice to have like a teenage mother daughter super close relationship. But now we have adult mother daughter super close relationship. Oh, outside of you though, my grandma. My grandma is my special person. I don't know, Graham, if you're listening, Grammy, Granny, Panny, if you're listening, just know that you always make me feel like I'm a child on you always like make my inner child so happy every time I see you. And I love you with all of my being. And yeah. Um, do you believe people have auras like colors and vibes you can see? Yeah, I do. I do believe that because now, we've talked about being a little woo woo on this podcast before. I am that. I get it from my mom. I get it from my grandma. I get it from my aunt Boo Boo. I get it from her name is Kathleen. Okay. Small side note to that. I didn't know that her name was Kathleen for a really long time. I thought her name was Boo Boo. And I called her work one time and I said, "Is Boo Boo there?" And they said, "Who the fuck are you talking about?" And I was like, "Wait a minute, that can't be her name." I had to have been like 14, 15 at the time. And I was like, "I need to call you back because I don't know my aunt's name. I don't know who her actual name is." So that was fun. All right, guys. So, full disclosure, my camera overheated and my mic died. So this is later in the day. But we're just gonna pick up where we left off. I believe that we were cut off at, do you believe people have auras? Like colors and vibes you can see. Um, and yes. Okay, long answer short, yes, I do believe that. I do think that people are born with their own like energetic output, I guess, and I think that some people are more sensitive to seeing that on a physical level. I will say when I close my eyes and I focus really hard, I do see a person. I mean, I can like see an outline. This sounds crazy. This I promise I'm not insane. If I close my eyes and I concentrate hard enough, I don't even have to concentrate that hard. I just see, I can see, I guess, what you would call an aura, an energy. As for a vibe, that's something more that you would feel, I would say, um, rather than see, for sure. Trust your intuition when it comes to people. If you have never seen somebody's energetic output, then I think, um, I think that you're pretty normal. I think you're pretty normal. I think that people are they just have sensitivities to different things. I'm sensitive to, oh, geez. Maybe we don't need to get into all of that. Let me know if you guys would like to have some sort of episode on spirituality. I think I might have said this earlier, but I can't remember if it's something that got cut off or not. Um, but let me know if you want to see or hear more spirituality talk. My spirituality is pretty close to my heart, and I don't tend to share it with people I don't know a whole lot because I get the look of like, bitch, you're crazy most of the time from people. And I just don't want to feel that from like a bunch of people that listen to the podcast. Like, my luck, it would be the one episode that's like viral and now I'm getting scrutinized for what I believe and how I like dictate of my own life and my beliefs and all of that. So, yes, I will do it, but only if enough of you guys want it, and then we can kind of go into that a little bit more. So, yeah, like long story short, yes, absolutely, I do think people have auras. I do think that you can see them depending on how sensitive you are, and I think that seeing them is different and varies from person to person. Either somebody standing physically in front of you, or if you can picture that person and see their energetic output as a color, or yeah, I think that it varies person to person, but yes, I do believe that people have auras and energies that you can feel. So, feel and see. Sorry, colors, all of the things. Yes, I do. Oh, yeah, this question. Okay, if there was a moment. It's literally been like 4 hours since I recorded last. And so, and so my brain is like on mashed potato mode. Okay. If there was one moment you could go back and relive, what would it be? That's a really good question. Oh my gosh, you guys. Side note, I won this like Mary Kay giveaway and I don't know if it's a good thing or not. That was so random. I'll let you guys know if I get a facial from this girl or not. And if it's good. Um okay, sorry, back to the question. There was one moment you could go back and relive, what would it be? Oh gosh. Things I would like to go back and relive are like my first times for things. Like the first time that I did things as a kid, I think I would want to go back and remember because I don't necessarily remember them, or I want to go back and relive because I don't remember them. Um, I think that like my first ever concert experience, I'd like to go back and relive because live music is like huge for me. The first time I ever did a round off back handspring at a meet when I was younger and in gymnastics. First time I ever did it without a spot was at a gymnastics meet, and I would love to go back and relive that moment. I think about I think about what that did to me, like inside, so often. So freaking often. You guys, I forgot my like I said, it's been like 4 hours. I forgot my water inside of my house. Why am I like this? Because now I'm sitting out here talking and I need it. Anyways, I'd like to go relive that moment. I'd like to go relive the moment that I met my younger siblings. I've got a lot of them. But I'd like to relive each and every one of those moments because I was just so damn young that I don't actually remember it, and I would like to cherish that memory. Yeah, I mean, and I wish I had like some sort of like funny blackout story or something to tell you, but I just don't black out very much. I literally have never blacked out. Um, I've had moments of like memory lapse when I've been drunk, but other than that, I don't really black out. So, um, I guess I like chase shots with water and stuff so I can stay as present as possible. So I'm not really got any. I'm not really got any. Please tell me where the fuck my brain has gone. I'm like, I've now lost all train of thought. Um, so those are some things that I would like to go back and relive. I think that that was low key a shitty answer because I've like lost all of my thought at this point. But, um, yeah, hopefully that gives you some sort of insight into who I am a little bit. If you guys have any other questions, I'm totally open to answer them, and I would love to answer them in a future pod. I'm thinking that we should probably do these things like every, I don't know, 6 months ish, maybe twice a year. That'd be kind of cool. It just depends on how fast or slow the pod grows. Okay, so share it with your friends and your family, and um, answer any of these questions down in the you can't comment in the show notes, only I can do that. um, in the comments on YouTube, or leave me a review on Apple Podcasts. I believe that you can only leave a review on Apple Podcasts, and Spotify you can leave a rating. That might be fake news. I don't know, actually, but I think that that's how it works from what I've seen. But let me know your answers to some of these questions. And if you have made it this far, I'm going to need you to go down to a review or a comment and comment. What should you comment today? Comment the number 11 because that's my birthday number. And I feel like it's a good number. So, if you've made it this far, thank you. Comment the 11. Let me know that you've listened all the way through. And then let me know anything else you guys want to see. I'm leaving to LA here pretty soon, and I'm excited to record with one of my friends. So you guys will get some more guest content soon. And I'm excited for that. I love having guests. I think that if I could have a permanent guest or podcast host, secondary host, that would be sick as fuck, bro. So just definitely looking forward to the future of the pod. Um, all right. Well, thank you guys for listening. It was good to talk to you guys, and it was good to catch up. I'm sorry again that this is late. This week's been crazy busy, and I just didn't have enough time, but I will be back on track next week with with episodes going up on Thursdays. So, again, welcome to my new car, and you'll probably see me here for the foreseeable future until we're in the apartment, unless it's too fucking hot in here and I'm literally gonna die. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. It might be too hot to do that all summer, but the goal is to try as of right now. Cool, guys. Well, I love ya. I'll talk to you in a week. Mwah. Bye.